This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to another episode of Us Getting Caught Up with Anna. And this time we're going to be focusing mostly on her fitness stuff. We are playing around with a box of chocolates from OG Slimes. If you remember, you know. So this one is, we're going to start here, just to kind of set the mood, if one will. This says, today I've had 5 messages from training accounts asking for promotion of they help me, quote, get started on my fitness journey. Okay, that wasn't me, that was her. I cackle literally every time I read one. Yes, I'm still a thickum. But literally all my free time is either spent in the gym or thinking about the gym. Oh, obviously not. We just watched you do the whole Valentine's Day 2026 video, which took some time, and you weren't constantly in the gym for that one. So, I call BS. Or thinking about the gym. I don't need help getting started. I need help not making it my whole personality. Okay. Sure. Sure, Anna. It's your whole personality. I think convincing us that it's your whole personality is your whole personality. I believe that, but I don't believe it's your whole personality. I believe telling us about your flares because you've been at the gym. I think telling us that we don't know what you eat is your whole personality. I think trying to convince us that you go to the gym is part of your whole personality. But the gym itself, I don't know. I really don't know. But here we are. This is just your weekly reminder that Anna is 110% in love with her own ass. Just reminding you. This says getting atsy, getting assy. It does it. It says getting artsy with my gym shots. I don't know, man. I'm sure if you zoom in close enough, you can find where she's using some kind of filter to make her butt look perky or something. I don't know. Probably pieces of her butt are falling off again. I don't know. Either way, Anna's obsession with her own ass is just like, it's like an epic in its own right. And it's always fascinating to me to watch. She really does think she's got like an A+ butt. And I don't know, maybe she will eventually, but sure. Anyway, so this is Anna saying, I usually do bicep curls with 20s, but today my body just decided to be superhuman and I did sets with 30s. Literally, what the hell? Somebody pointed out that, as people tend to do, that Anna is doing the exercise incorrectly. What else is new? But I did want to mention the whole suddenly being able to do more weight than normal. I think everyone who does training has mentioned this to her through their reaction videos. And that's women who have cycles still have stages in your cycle. And at different points within your cycle, you actually achieve greater strength for a short period of time. And it's not like you suddenly become weaker. I think maybe you do. I don't know. I don't have one anymore. But that time during your cycle, you actually do have greater strength. And so you are actually able to lift heavier than you would at any other point during your cycle. So it's entirely possible that this day where she's able to crush it with 30s, that could just be that point in her cycle. It would be really interesting to me if Anna were to actually track her cycle, because recently when she started working with her new nutritionist, who we'll see her talk about nutrition here in a minute, she briefly mentioned during that about talking about her working with her cycles. And that was, a quick throwaway line. So we'll see if she keeps talking about that. I haven't seen her talk about it since, but it would be interesting to see if she does keep track of that. But that's one of the few things I don't really see Anna talk about too much, which is fine. I don't need her to. I just think it would be interesting if Anna did start keeping track of that, because she's constantly talking about how she's like the strongest woman in the world. And now that she's actually training under that person, it would be interesting to me to see if she starts tracking to see when she does actually have the ability to lift heavier and what days that she doesn't. But, you know, we've been asking her to keep track of her flares like that for a long time, and we're not getting that either. So I'm not going to hold my breath is what I'm saying. Okay, I just want to look at a couple things before we move on a little bit. This is Anna saying, I've made mad progress in the bag throws today. I'm consistently clearing 15 feet with 20 and 25 pounds. Now, the last time we watched a video of her doing this, on this channel anyway, she almost hit herself in the head with it because she threw it directly up and then stood there waiting for the bag to come down, you know, as gravity dictates. So she almost had the bag land on her own head. Good job. So Anna is finally figured out that she has to throw it in an arc. I'm being the smart ass. But this is her showing us that she's progressed from 15 to 20 and 25 pounds. This is, I think, I don't know if the toss is part of the thing that she's going to have to do. I actually found a channel that goes over the competition stuff for the thing that she's doing in March, and we're going to go look at that here in a minute. But I just thought we'd look at this because Anna is posting it as progress. So here you go. Progress. Woo. And then, of course, because it's Anna, we have to have a video of her goofing around at the gym because reasons. I don't know. I don't get it. Again, your weekly reminder that Anna is in love with her own ass. Gotta watch it again. She's dancing to some song. I don't know what it is. But I feel like these jerky movements that she's doing, and of course we have to stare directly at the ass. I feel like these jerky movements are probably not a great idea, but it looks like she's using a really light weight so that she can do these jerky movements without actually hurting herself. But I feel like she has to be such a menace at the gym. Like, I feel like she's just like such a menace at the gym. Between this kind of stuff where she's dancing and twerking and taking time at the equipment to record these things. I mean, maybe there was nobody at the gym, so it wasn't that big of a deal. You know, maybe she's the only person there and she wasn't taking time away from anybody else. But then, you know, with the videos that she was doing for Valentine's Day, where she has, I think there was 6 different guys where she convinced them to let her pick them up and then basically drop them for her picking up boys at the gym videos. I mean, I know that they all agreed to have it done, but it's still kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like it's annoying. I just feel like that would be really annoying to have to deal with. And she clearly has bonded with the men at the gym more than the women at the gym, because you never really see too many. She's never done any videos with women, I guess. Or if she has, it's not been very many videos with other women in her videos. It's always been the guys. The guys are always heckling her off to the side, and it's usually like good-natured heckling. It's not bad. But you don't see too many women doing it. I mean, sometimes you'll hear one of them cheering her on off to the side, but that's about it. So I don't know. I feel like she's a damn menace at the gym. And I feel like if somebody like this was at my gym, of course I go to Planet Fitness, but I just feel like it would really kind of make me not want to go back to that gym. You know, it would make me want to go to a different location, or, you know, just not go to that gym and maybe not have a membership there. So just saying, that would be a turnoff for me as far as gyms go. All right. So this is Anna talking to us about a training class she took that's going to help her with her upcoming competition. This is not Inez.
That was Hannah Coldiron, a little badass, and today she is teaching an axle and sandbag workshop. Now, I still have stuff to work on with my axle, but it's the least of my concerns for my comp coming up. What I was really there for was sandbags. If you need a reminder of how much I suck at sandbags, here's a past clip of me trying my best. I was trying my best, but it was not very good. Hannah shared a technique for sandbags that just works way better for me, which is instead of lifting and then kind of squatting to lap, you take the sandbag and you just throw it into your chest and quickly wrap as it's accelerating up. I'm going to tell you, we're not out of the woods yet because old habits die really freaking hard. So the first time I did the steeplechase, I was doing this like hybrid, which was like half of what Hannah had showed us, half of what I was doing before, and it just wasn't working because honestly, I was in my head. And I was so freaking frustrated with myself because I knew I could do it. I just wasn't connecting. So I took a breather, and you know what I did? I tried again. And this time, I just focused on form. I tried to block out everything else going on. I also tried to push Kyle out of the way because I was trying to get around fast. I feel kind of bad about that. Sorry, Kyle. But as you can see, when I just focused, I was able to get it done. So that's going to be my biggest battle. Overall, it was a super fun day, and I learned a lot. So get out there and lift.
Someone on the Reddit has written down what the steeplechase is. Yeah, okay. So somebody wrote that this is one of the events for the upcoming Riveter competition. Below are the details. It's an 80-foot total length course. You have a 75-second time limit. Wow. 2 bars set to 42 inches loading height spaced 20 feet away from one another. On the whistle, you will pick up your sandbag and run it 20 feet down and load it over the first hitching post. Then you'll go under or around the hitching post, pick up the sandbag and run it 20 feet more to the second hitching post. Load it over that. You'll then go under around the hitching post, pick the sandbag and do this exact same thing all the way back to the finish until you carry the sandbag all the way across the finish line. So it's there and back makes it 80 feet. Sure. Either way, that's a lot of feet. In 75 seconds. Wow. That seems like a lot. So that's what the steeplechase is going to be. Now, Anna could probably go a little faster if she went under the bar, but she tries to go around the bar. There is a side-by-side here of Anna and someone else doing the steeplechase. It looks like they're at the same workshop, and you can see that Anna's struggling to do the steeplechase versus the gentleman who just chucks it. And I think he actually used his knee there. Oh, that's her coach. This is her old coach who's doing he just chucks it over. So you can see the difference between the two of them. And I don't know if she's still working with him or not. I mean, they're still there. So I don't really know how much coaching she's really getting from Inez. Just because they're not even in the same state. It seems strange to me. And she really hasn't mentioned much about it. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I do want to talk a little bit about Anna's newfound passion for nutrition. So this is another post from Anna. So maybe I really do like cooking. The more I do of it, the more confident I feel and the more I want to try new things. This week I made yellow rice, refried beans, and salsa chicken. That does sound good, actually. I'm having it with half an avocado, 2 with some fancy schmancy sriracha salt. I don't like avocados for a number of reasons, but mostly I don't like avocados. I'm low-key proud that I made this. I know I can't do every meal every day, but prepping one banging meal for the week is possible, and I'm doing it. Again, why? Why can't you cook? Most people, I don't know, a lot of people manage to cook all of their meals every day, or at least meal prep. So, I don't know. But that being said, this does look good. It looks like some maybe shredded chicken that she cooked with salsa, which, I love cooking with salsa, honestly. It's like everything you need in a can and or in a jar, and you just dump it on top of whatever the hell you're cooking. Done. The yellow rice looks like, I mean, that's like pre-chopped frozen veggies. Nothing, no shame there. I know people like to shame other people for using frozen veggies, but y'all need to stop that shit. Is that like, I can't tell if that's the bottom of the bowl is brown or if there's some kind of like gravy down there. I really can't tell. Because the first time I saw the picture, I thought it was some kind of curry, which, you know, whatever, curry's good for you too. I just don't like avocado, but that's a personal thing. And then she gives us this, which says, meal prep for the week, yellow rice and beans. It's an easy way to add turmeric to my diet. Look, I'm just saying, these look like canned refried beans, which I'm not trying to shade. I'm just saying, like, you can make refried beans from scratch. I don't think Anna did, is what I'm saying. I want to see her make them from scratch, and then I'll lay off. But my point being, these are probably canned refried beans. This is, you know, the frozen corn and peas and carrots. There we go. Words. I'm a little sus about the rice too. I'm not going to lie. This looks like basmati rice, maybe with turmeric in it. And then it feels like, I could be wrong, but it feels like this rice might be a pre-made rice mix, honestly. But then she goes on to talk about, you know, the health benefits of turmeric powder, and she's not wrong. I mean, I guess turmeric's pretty good for you. Lots of cultures eat it. I mean, it's not terrible for you. It's not like it's going to kill you. And, you know, she's constantly talking about being inflamed and her immune system and her flares up. So, I mean, it can't hurt, right? My thing is, you know, she's got that last one that we talked about with the avocado, the brown stuffed refried beans. This, you know, she's talking about how she can't cook. She doesn't have time to cook all the time. But, I mean, if the refried beans are out of a can, which is what the brown stuff is now that I'm looking at it again, I'm almost positive this is a pre-made rice mix. If I feel it in my gut. And so the chicken is probably the only thing she actually made. Why can't you cook this regularly? You didn't actually like cook any of it. You basically just heated up the refried beans, boiled whatever this was, you know, it was either frozen or it was dry in a bag, and you reconstituted it. You know, the only thing you really had to cook was the chicken, and the chicken, you just cooked it, shredded it, and put a can of salsa in there with it. I'm not mad at it. I'm really not. But why can't you do this every day? Especially as a meal prep kind of a thing. But anyway, this is the Riveter 3 website that is going to have the events listed for the competition that Anna is supposedly going to go to March 28th of this year. So these are the events as they are listed. Information if you are interested in going. The first event is the axle clean and press for reps. It's a standard 2-inch axle. There will be a 60-second time limit. You will start with hands off the axle. You will get a down call for each repetition. Do not jump the down call. Most repetitions in 1 minute wins the event. Clean and press away. You do not have to go down to the crash pads after every rep, but you can if you want to. Shoes must be worn at all time. And then there's a list of equipment allowed and equipment not allowed. And then the second event is the max standard deadlift. It is the standard pull height from a proper deadlift bar. Just making sure that's lined up right. 60-second time limit per attempt. Okay. Wessel's rules? Okay. See below. 3 attempts to reach a max weight. You will call all of your attempts preset weight jumps. Opening weights for lanes, TBD. You can strap in before your 60-second timer starts. Must wait for down call. If you jump the down call, you will be given a no lift, no sumo stance. Not sure what that means, but I guess we'll find out. Event 3, brutal bag beatdown. Okay, this is, I guess, the steeplechase. Okay, yeah, 80-foot total length course, 75-second time limit, 2-bar set to a 42-inch total height, spaced 20 feet away from each other. Think of this as a steeplechase, but down and back with one sandbag. On the whistle, you will pick up your sandbag and run it 20 feet down and load it over the first hitching post. Then you'll go under or around the hitching post, pick the sandbag up again and run it 20 more to the second hitching post, load it over. Okay, it looks like this is just cut and paste to the Reddit, or somebody cut and pasted this to the Reddit. You'll then go under around the hitching post, pick the sandbag up, do the exact same thing all the way down to the finish until you carry the sandbag all the way across the finish. This says, I will post a video to this event so we're all on the same page because objectively this sounds confusing, but I assure you it is not. Oh, really? Fastest time wins. If you do not finish, a distance will be taken. Okay, well, that's not so bad. And then the event 4 is the bag toss series. 4 sandbag series, lightest to heaviest, 2 lanes running simultaneously. 12-foot toss height for all classes. Sandbags will be 10 feet away from the crossbar. On whistle, you will grab the lightest bag and toss over the crossbar. Once bag is cleared, you will move to the next heaviest bag and so forth. Must complete each bag before moving to the next bag. 60-second time limit. Split times will be taken. Okay. I guess these are the events and weights. So I forget what Anna's class was. All right, Anna's in the novice. I think that's heavyweight plus 65, 165. I don't know what that means. I think that means that her bag tosses are going to start at 15, 15, 20, and 25, which she said that she's tossing 20 and 25s. So that's good. The brutal bag beatdown, 125. She's going to have to lift a bag that's 125? That can't be right. Can it? And then the axle clean and press, she's going to have to do 115? Is that right? Is that what I'm reading here? So she's going to have to axle clean and press at least 115. Max deadlift says max. The brutal bag beatdown is going to be a 125? Really? That just seems awfully heavy. And then her 4 bag toss series is going to be 15, 15, 20, and 25. Okay, well, I mean, I guess. Feel free to correct me down below. That feels heavy, but I don't really know what Anna's really lifting because no one really knows what Anna's really lifting. So maybe she can handle this. I don't know. But I guess we'll find out. She's going to be March 28th. So she's got a little bit, well, she's got a month and a half. Yeah, she got a month and a half left. So she's still got time. She's still got time. And she's in the novice category here. So what would be the difference if she was like, well, that's like the top. All right. So that's like the low. Well, she could have been in the lightweight, I suppose. Or she could have been in the open lightweight. Maybe. What determines this? I wonder. Those of you who do these things, what's determining this number here? Is it her actual weight? Is that what's making that determination there? Let me know. I'm interested. So, all right. Anyway, that is all the news there is to know. Now, I think we've covered it all. Now, I don't know if she's still working with the same nutritionist that she was working with, because with Anna, she does like one ad for that person and then never mentions it again. And, you know, she's done her one ad for Inez and her one ad for the nutritionist, and we may never hear of it again. So who knows? Maybe that nutritionist is the reason why why she's currently obsessed with yellow rice and refried beans. That's a combo. All I can think is tacos, though, man. Tacos and burritos. Anyway, because that makes a hell of that's a good base for a really good taco or burrito. Especially with the chicken on it. Heck yeah, some shredded lettuce, some cheese. That sounds good. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Is anybody going to this? I know there's only like 75 athletes that can go, but like you can go and watch. Is anybody going to watch this? Were you going to go before Anna was going to go? Please don't be going just because Anna's going to be there. That's, I don't know. Don't touch the poo. But was anybody going to go before that happened? Is this a regular rotation for people? Let me know down below. And let's see what's going to be our something yellow. What's something yellow? Put a do they have a turmeric root? Put rice. I know I said yellow things, but go ahead and put rice down below for your emoji. Do they have yellow rice? I doubt they do, but go ahead and put rice down below for your emoji. Let me know if you guys do any of this stuff. Have you ever gone to these competitions? What's the 165 mean? How do we get that number? How do they classify you for that number? Is this 155 pounds? Is this 125 pounds? Like this makes sense because they kind of sort of explained it. And, but this one, like she's going to have to lift a bag that's 125 pounds and cart that thing 80 feet after tossing it over a hurdle. Whew. She's going to have a rough time with that because her steeplechase is not great. We saw plenty of video evidence of that she is definitely sucking at the steeplechase. So I don't know. What do you guys think her chances are of any kind of placing in this thing? Are we looking at another marathon where she basically finishes last? I mean, somebody's got to be last, right? Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys today. We've gone over Valentine's Day. We've gone over her most recent workout stuff. We've kind of looked at the events for the Riveter coming up. What else should we look at as far as the Riveter stuff? There's not really a whole lot of like official video for the Riveter that I can really find. I haven't like dug deep yet, but I'll see if I can't find some more stuff. Maybe there's some video, some past competition video or things that people have shared, just to kind of get an idea of what the actual competition looks like. But I feel like there should be, I just feel like that might be interesting to see. But the one guy that does run this thing, his name is, I think, Frank Donahue. Yeah, his name's Frank Donahue. I went to his YouTube page and he's got 4 whole videos about the Riveter, and I think 2 of them demonstrate one of the events, and they're both the same event. So that's not helpful. And none of them are the steeplechase. But we've seen what the steeplechase is supposed to look like through Anna's videos, and it looks like that one's probably the most difficult. Or it's definitely going to be the most difficult for her. Anyway, your emoji is a rice. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. And that's all I've got. I think we are caught up with Anna now. Anna and her shenanigans at this point. And that's all I've got for you guys. So I will see everybody in the next video. Bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.